Hey everybody, it's Flyin Ryan here with the review of the WLtoys Vortex, also known as the A959. This is like a little roadster buggy thing. Kind of looks like a truggy a little bit, but not really. I think it's mainly just kind of a buggy. Has this cool spoiler in the back. Really fast little guy. Here it says 50 kilometers per hour, which I think is about 30 miles per hour, a little bit over 30 miles per hour, and that seems about right. It seems like it does about 30 to 35 miles an hour. So a real quick little guy, and it is four-wheel drive and waterproof, so you can, go in snow and rain and, off road and whatnot. It's, obviously best on a smoother surface. It's not a monster truck. There's not a ton of ground clearance, and the wheels aren't huge, but they do have some grip to them, so it works well in dirt and rocks and stuff like that. Comes with a little 2S LiPo 1100 milliamp hours. That takes about 2 hours and 45 minutes to charge with this wall charger that it comes with here. So you just plug your balance port into there. This little red light here comes on when it's charging, and as it reaches the end of its charge, this light kind of starts to flicker a little bit. But when it is done charging, that red light will go off, so it is nice and easy to tell when your battery's done charging. And so yeah, it takes about 2 hours and 45 minutes to charge, but you get a good 12 minutes run or so. Obviously it's going to depend on how fast you're running and what surface you're running on, but 10 to 12 minutes should be expected. This is the transmitter here, which is pretty nice. This is actually, the same case as my Spectrum what is it? DX4 or something? I don't even remember now, but my Spectrum ground transmitter, DX2 maybe, DX2S something, I don't even remember, but it's the same case. So just a nice case, a good feel in the hands. Nice foam grip here on the wheel, so it works well. And you got your throttle and steering trim. On my Spectrum, this is an LCD display, but this does not have that. There's not any need. It just binds to this one car, and you just got your trim. That's all there is to it. Power button there. So a fast car, works well. Runs good on pretty much all surfaces, gets bogged down a little bit in grass. However, it is extremely fragile. I mean, this thing, even the site listings tell you that the reduction gear is a fragile part, and they suggest that you buy a metal upgrade for that. Like right off the bat, they're telling you that's going to be a fragile part. Luckily, I have not broken that yet. However, I have broken a couple other things here. So let's go ahead and kind of break it down a little bit. So here you'll see this metal or aluminum, these blue parts. These I have replaced because I did break one of these arms from the original plastic version. So I had to order the metal upgrade here and replace those. That was a pretty easy fix, just a few screws, and you gotta take the wheel and hub off. So pretty easy fix there, and it does feel nice to, have these aluminum parts on there. It, definitely feels more durable now. I wish there was an option to just buy it with all the aluminum parts on it. Just pay a little bit more and have just an awesome, fully metal build, and, just pay for it instead of having to replace them as you go. But yeah, so anyway, so I had to replace that part. And then, I put the wheel back on, but I must have not had the hub screwed on well enough, because you'll see in my run review coming up here later, in the end of the review, I actually, the nut came off and my wheel came off while it was driving, so I had to end the run a little bit early. But I think that was my own mistake, because I did replace, I took this wheel on and off, and I must just not have had that nut screwed on tight enough. So that went who knows where, so I had to order another one of those. So right now I'm down. I can't run it because that I can't screw that wheel on right now. But here's under the hood here, so the motor has this nice big heat sink on it. Not really too much to it. Your battery bay, and the Velcro's in, so you can keep the battery in there nice and tight. The antenna just kind of, it does have this like plastic stand, but it doesn't come out of the canopy. It just sort of squishes under there, so you just kind of have to, find a good placement for it. And I believe the reduction gear they're talking about is here. I think that's what's under this little hump. So I don't really even know what all it would take to replace that. I mean, it looks like you'd probably have to take off this whole top of this frame here, and who knows what else you'd have to take out to be able to get to that gear. So that looks like that could be a little bit of a timely fix. It may take you some time. So hoping that I don't have to do that. That does seem a little bit intimidating. But replacing these parts back here was quite simple. So let's see. Yeah, I think that's about all I've got to say about it. So let's go check out the run footage that I was telling you about, where in the end the wheel falls off. Alright, let's check it out. Alright, this is the run review of the WLtoys A959, little 18th scale roadster buggy thing. Pretty cool. We'll start out over here on the pavement for some speed runs, and this thing is quick. I'd say probably 30-35 miles an hour. This thing is definitely fast. Not as durable as some of the other things, so you gotta be a little careful with this one. It can certainly move out. This thing screams. Alright, let's take it across the street now and do some dirt bashing and gravel. Looks like I need some steering trim. I think I got it trimmed out now. So it still does plenty fine in the dirt and gravel and grass. It's not great in the grass. Not a lot of ground clearance, so it gets bogged down, but it can do it. Man, this thing is fast. Oh, I think I broke something. Or no, what the heck, the stinking wheel hub came off. How did that happen? The nut for the wheel hub came off. And I do not have any spares of that. Well, and there's no way I'm finding that. Who knows where it came off at. Well, what the heck? Man, this thing, I swear every single time I've run it so far, I've broken something or something has fallen off. That may have been my fault, because I did replace these, these brackets here in the back, and I took that hub on and off, but I thought I had it screwed on plenty tight. Well, I think I was able to get a good sample of what it runs like there before it fell apart on me, so I think I'll have to call it quits there, because I do not have a replacement for that, and I'm gonna have to order one. So I think that pretty much covered it. So anyway, that's the WLtoys A959 little roadster buggy, 1/18 scale. Pretty fast, but a little bit fragile, and likely to be breaking parts on this one a lot. So alright, well, thanks for watching. Check the video description for price and purchase links, and I'll see you next time.